Assalamu alaikum. So for this extra credit, what you will be doing is you will be creating a pie chart. All right. So we're going to show you what that looks like. So let's take a look at this picture first. All right. So this picture says, where is Earth's water? All right. So this tells you where is all the water on Earth in all the different places around the Earth. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be looking at this graph right over here. You see this first part? And I'm going to be making a pie chart of this graph, of this part of the graph. What you'll be doing is you'll be making a pie chart of the second part. So whatever I do on the first part, you're going to do the exact same thing, except with the second one. So here's what I'm going to do. Let's take a look at what it says right here. Total global water. What does that mean? That means all of the water around the Earth. So what this tells you is that you can see that most of the water on the Earth is in the oceans, right? And like 96.5% out of 100% is in the oceans. Now about 2.5% is fresh water. You see the blue at the top? So not very much is fresh water. And then over here it says other saline water. So like other kinds of salty water is maybe like about 0.9%, which is maybe like 1%. So most of the water on Earth is in the oceans. All right. So I'm going to take this right here and I'm going to turn it into a pie chart. And I'm going to show you how to do that. All right. So whatever I do here, you're going to do the same exact thing, except you're going to use these numbers right here. All right. So let's go ahead and get started with this right over here. So here's what we have to do, right? We have to go to Google Sheets. So I'm going to go to my drive, right? So here's my drive. And I'm going to push new. Google Sheets. Right, see, I'm going to push this arrow and blank spreadsheet. So I'm just going to start from new, start from scratch. So when I do this, here's what's going to happen. I'm going to get a new sheet. All right. So here's what I want to do, right? I want to write down, what percentages are in what place on the Earth for the water, right? So I'm going to go over here. All right, first one is oceans. Oceans is 96.5%. That's the first category. So I'm going to go over here and I'm going to write here, like just pretty much anywhere. Oceans, and then right next to it I'm going to put 96.5%. All right? So oceans. This is this column right here is going to be the category. These are going to be the numbers. All right, so oceans, 96.5. All right, what is the next one? Other saline water, 0.9%. So I'm going to put that in. Other saline water. And then 0.9%, right? So you see I did the same thing. Right? So oceans and this is this. All right, so the last one was at the very top, fresh water, 2.5%. So you see the blue part, fresh water, 2.5. So I'm going to write that here. Fresh water, 2.5%. You see that? All right. So here's what I want to do. I have these, I have this table here, right? This is basically a table, and I want to make a graph out of it. Now these guys, they made a bar graph, right? See this, like these, these types of graphs, these are called bar graphs. So I want to make like a circle graph. All right. So I took these same numbers and I put it right over here. All right. Now remember, you're going to do the same thing except with these numbers right here. All right. So once I have it here, here's what I do. I click over here and I highlight like this. Right. So I press down when I click here with my mouse, I press down and I keep it pressed down, and then I just drag it like this. Now you see I highlighted all the stuff that I put here. Right. So now I'm going to put insert chart. See that? Insert chart. Now when I do that, all right, so it automatically brought up a pie chart. So if it doesn't bring it up, you go over here, and all these ones you click, pie charts. So now I'm going to move this over here. I'm going to make this like a little bit smaller so you can see both. And you see right over here that this is a pie chart. So what can you see on this pie chart? It kind of shows you, it kind of shows you like how much of the earth belongs to what part, where does the water on the earth located. So you can see that most of it, pretty much almost all of it, is this dark, is this blue, right? So what is the blue? It's the oceans, all right? So this kind of visually it shows you that like most of the water is in the oceans, and only like a small fraction of it is fresh water, right? So you see most water on earth is the oceans, only a small amount is fresh water. Fresh water is like rivers, lakes, streams, stuff like that. But most of the water on the earth is in the oceans. So what you're going to do is you're going to do the same thing. You're going to repeat it with this column right over here where it says fresh water. So you're going to make a graph that tells us if you take only the fresh water, where is that fresh water found on planet Earth?